Hello everyone. I'm Andy from ThinkMo. I'm currently teaching CCIE courses. From today on, I'm going to share with you CCNA, CCNP, CCIE related technologies. Our topic today is what is the difference between IS-IS topology and OSPF topology. Some of you have learned OSPF. You have also learned about the topology of OSPF. So what does it look like? OSPF has the concept of an area. What is a region? That is, OSPF passes. Regions divide networks into two types. The first is the backbone area. The second is the non-backbone area. The backbone area is area 0. Non-backbone regions are non-zero. That's the region other than 0. In OSPF, the non-backbone area must be directly connected to the backbone area. In IS-IS, it is similar to OSPF. The main thing is that it also has the concept of regions. Of course, its area is different from that of OSPF. Let's look at this picture. There are 5 areas. It is not the same as OSPF partition. There are also 2 types of IS-IS areas. One is the backbone area. The other is a non-backbone area. So in OSPF, let's talk about its characteristics. That's when you configure it. For example, take this routers. An interface is assigned to area 0. Then it is a device for the backbone area. And in IS-IS, you can't do that. It's not by area number. Let's say I define it to be 0000. It is also not a backbone area. In IS-IS, its region is level 1. Its backbone area is mainly composed of continuous. Indicates the neighbor of level 2. Such a region, we call it the backbone of ISIS. That IS, in IS-IS, its backbone region and non-backbone region. It depends on the level of its router. There are 2 types, level 1 and level 2. Technically, there is also a level 1-2 router. There are 3 of them. Then the level of the router determines the level of the neighbor. What does it mean to determine the level of neighbors? So we just said there are 3 types of IS-IS routers. What about the level of neighbors? It is a level 1 router. You can only communicate with level 1 routers. Example: establishing a level 1 neighbor relationship. Level 2 router. You can only connect to level 2 routers. Example: establishing level 2 neighbor relationships. That is, between level 1 routers. The neighbor relationship can only be set up at level 1. Level 2 routers can only. Example: establishing level 2 neighbor relationships. Level 1 and 2 routers depend on the situation. But level 1 and level 2 routers, by default it is definitely built. Indicates the neighbor relationship of level 2. What are the special circumstances? The main concern is whether the zone ID is the same. Let's say we're both level 1-2 routers. Out of zone. Then only level 2 neighbor relationships can be established. Let's say it's in the same area. Then level 1 neighbor relationships can be established. Level 2 neighbor relationships can also be established. So that should be clear to you. At IS, the backbone area of IS-IS is defined by successive levels 2. Logical area composed of neighbors. Remember to keep level 2 consecutive. Next, the non-backbone areas are relatively simple. The non-backbone area is the area outside the backbone area. It's just level 1. Logical area composed of neighbor relationships. This is the topology of IS-IS. OSPF is manually divided. However, IS-IS needs to meet some corresponding conditions. Relative to this, it is more complex than OSPF. So let's finally look at it in terms of this picture. Where exactly is the backbone area? First we see In area 47.0002, there are two routers. One is level 1. One is level 1-2. Then they can only establish a level 1 neighbor relationship. So obviously, area 47.0002 is a non-backbone area. And the region 47.0004. It is a level 1-2 router. And level 2 routers. But they belong to two different regions. One belongs to 47.0001. One belongs to 47.0004. So what can be built between these two routers? They can establish level 2 neighbor relationships. So it's actually part of the backbone. Of course, the specific backbone area we're talking about if it's continuous. Then let's look at the region 47.0003. Level 1 has two routers. One router at level 1-2 is available. So these two routers, it's only 1-2 level with the middle one. The level 1 neighbor relationship is established on the router. So 47.0003 region, it belongs to the non-backbone area. The same is true for 47.0005. So the backbone area is obvious. That's the big circle in the middle. And then 4 level 1-2 routers. And 4 level 2 routers in its 47.0001. The 8 routers are all continuous with each other. Level 2 neighbor relationship. This IS where the backbone of IS-IS located. That's all for today. If there are any other skills you'd like to learn, feel free to leave a message or send me a private message. If you're interested in what I'm talking about, hope to like and subscribe more. Thank you. See you next time.